Hi everyone, welcome back to another week of planetary weather forecast. And if this is the first time you're watching my video, hi, my name is Natalie. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope that if you enjoy what I share here, you will subscribe to the channel and share it with friends and family that love astrology and tarot as well. So in our weekly video, we'll dive into the weekly astrology to see what's happening upcoming week up in the sky so that we can navigate our lives with all these energies. And then the second part of the video, I'll do a collective tarot reading to see what messages, guidance, advice we can get from the cards. So let's begin this week. This video, we are talking about the last week of July. We're talking about July 25th to 31st. If you saw my previous video or the recent post I made, I post on Instagram, I did kind of tell all of you that please be mindful, stay grounded. We are going to work with some pretty crunchy astrology during this last week and the beginning of August, as the astrology is building up to some pretty tense energy for us to work with. But this message is not to put out there to scare you off and to create fear in you. It's just like a weather report. When we know what's might happen, we can then prepare ourselves. If we know that a storm is coming up, we'll get ready. We'll make sure our shelter is safe. There's no leaking or holes or anything around the house. We'll maybe have some more food around so that just in case we can't go out, the storm is coming, we can have enough to stay in for a few days, things like that. And if you want to go out, you will bring an umbrella with you, so on and so forth. So that is why I want us to be aware of what's coming up in the next week or so that we can also help ourselves navigate when we face all these energies. So anyway, let's dive deep. This coming week from July 25th to 31st, we have one very busy planet. And if you saw my previous video, you'll probably guess who I'm talking about. It's Mercury. Mercury is having quite a few different aspects happening this week, and we are also having our new moon in Leo this week on the 29th or 28th, depending where you are in the world. And I'll do a separate video about it to let you know what this new moon in Leo is bringing in for us, what kind of aspect is happening during that time, and how can we work with all these energies. And so watch out for the video after this one that will come out later during the week. So let's talk about this week. On the 25th Monday, we have Venus in Cancer, making a square with Jupiter in Aries. So when we look at Venus and Jupiter, they're both the benefic planets having an aspect. How bad can it be, right? So yeah, today can definitely be one of those days where everything might feel just a little bit too much. Probably and hopefully mostly in good ways. So we have Venus and Jupiter in both of the signs, Cancer and Aries, where they are comfortable in. So this will also, Jupiter will also magnify all the Venusian pursuits and pleasure today for us. So today will kind of feel like a less productive day if you were thinking, oh, I can use this day to be super productive and get everything done on my checklist. This might not be the day you want to do that. Not because it's a bad day, it's this today's energy just inviting you to do something different, but something good, right? Today feels like treating yourself, spoiling yourself just a little bit more than usual. You might feel like, I just want to get off work earlier today and maybe stop by, grab a bottle that you love, or grab something from the groceries or take out. Just go home early, chill, put your legs up, take your clothes off, unwind and relax into your PJs with your comfort food, turn on your favorite show and just have a glass or have a dessert and indulge yourself a little bit. You just want to take it easy, chill and relax, whatever that is for you. Or you might feel like going out, splurge a little bit, indulge a little bit. Maybe today you feel like going to a multiple courses meal in a extravagant restaurant with your loved ones. Maybe you want to stay out just a little longer, have another glass of wine, have another dessert so that you can spend more time with people that you feel like home with. Or perhaps today you are going to just spend that money. You're gonna upgrade that bed. You're gonna get that comfy couch that you always wanted, that you have been eyeing on. You're gonna slip in that new beautiful silky dress that you have been wanting to buy for yourself. Or today it might be you going to the spa, right? I'm just gonna drop that money and go to the spa and enjoy myself for the whole day, chill out, unwind, and don't give a F about everything in the world. And yes, today can be the day where you tend to overdo a little bit, overspend just a little bit more because, well, guess what? You deserve it. It's okay to spoil yourself, treat yourself a little bit more because you do deserve it. So if that is the case, enjoy yourself, have that beautiful day and spoil yourself, okay? And for some, it can be that you want to stay home and do whatever you want to fill your cup, but then maybe your partner, your loved ones, your family, your friends, right? Your roommates, they want to drag you out and have some fun that they think you might enjoy. So it depends which side of the story you are. If you're the one dragging out, make sure they're taken care of. They do want to go. You're not taking out of their comfort zone because Venus in Cancer wants to feel comfortable, wants to feel taken care of. So if you're dragging out your vegan vegetarian friend out to try out this restaurant you have been saving for or you really want to try, make sure there's options for them, right? Or you want to make sure they're taken care of. You want to ask them, do you really want to go? Or maybe they have things going on at their home or they just want to chill and stay home. Let them be. But whatever this day is for you, this is the day to fill your cup, spoil yourself, and treat yourself in whatever way you love the most for you. I personally think this is the best way to start off the week because we do have some tense energy, as I mentioned before, that we'll be working towards with. So on 27, Mercury, our BCB in Leo, is going to have a square with Mars in Taurus. Now, this square energy is going to be quite intense, okay? We have Mercury, the planet of communication and thoughts, having a square with Mars, explosive, fiery. So this energy feels like arguments. This feels like disagreement, confrontational, and can be quite hot temper. So today might be the day you will easily get into disagreement, argument, or confrontation with people around you, with your boss, with your friend, loved one, family, so on and so forth. So try to calm yourself, calm your energy, clear your mind, and if you find yourself in that situation, it's okay. Hopefully, you guys can talk it out. But Mercury is in Leo, Mars is in Taurus. They're both fixed sign. So the Mercury and Mars do not want to budge. Okay, they are stubborn, they're fixed in their own ways. Maybe they see solution in their own ways, and they both think they're right, so they're not gonna budge. So this is going to be a tense energy. If you find yourself in that, it's okay. Just take a step back, cool down the energy, maybe take a break, whatever it is. But in the next couple of days, there's another mercurial aspect that comes in that might be able to ease this harsh, tense, confrontational, and explosive energy. On 29th or 28th afternoon, nighttime, depending where you are in the world, we have Mercury in Leo having a square with Uranus in Pisces. So this feels like a breakthrough in communication or thoughts, right? Uranus is that innovative, electric, rebellious. So yes, for some, maybe you're just not gonna budge, and the argument, disagreement, whatever that is during earlier of the week resurface, and maybe you're like, well, we're just not gonna solve it, right? So you know what, I'm just gonna bounce, right? I'm just gonna leave it, right? I don't want to argue anymore. Or perhaps this Uranus in Pisces is going to bring in a different energy. This energy can also feel like a realization, revelation, aha moment, like a light bulb moment, right? So maybe before you didn't want to budge. You both didn't want to budge. You both are very strong in your own point of view, and so on and so forth. And maybe today one of you will be like, hey, you know what? Actually, I'm wrong. Or, hey, you know what? Actually, we can solve it with another point of view, or we can see this from another angle. We can see the bigger picture. Maybe a light bulb moment happen, and you can break free and have some breakthrough in that disagreement, argument, or confrontation. So maybe realize that, hey, you know what, I can give in a little, we can compromise, we can come to a conclusion. So this might ease up that tension earlier in the week. And for some, all these mercurial energy might be happening inside your head. Maybe you're struggling with some thoughts that is really stressful earlier the week. Maybe perhaps a revelation come in later the week to help you to see it all, like, now I see it. Or, oh, I didn't see that in this way, but hey, this works. So on and so forth. So yes, this both aspects can happen with others, but it can happen also internal. So just see what comes up for you. I feel like today is going to invite us to see if we can deal with the matters, whether it is internally or with another person or another group of people. Look at those matters with a different or new point of view. So I hope that can help you resolve if you were going through some really tense energy earlier in the week. And on the 29th or 28th, again, depending where you are in the world, we will be welcoming our new moon in Leo, which I'll do a separate video on it. And lastly, on July 31st, Sunday, we have another, I told you Mercury is really busy this week. We have another Mercury aspect happening. So today on Sunday, after the new moon, we have a Mercury in Leo having an opposition with Saturn, which is retrograding now in Capricorn. This is going to feel like some pretty heavy, serious energy for some of us. So perhaps if you have been going through all those energy during the week, maybe an argument break out, disagreement happen, confrontation happen, and perhaps in the midweek some kind of breakthrough came in, or some new ideas come in, and now on Sunday you are ready. You're ready to just sit down and have a serious conversation as to what had happened during the whole week. whether it is within yourself or with others, right? Depending on your own human story, everyone is different. So when we have a Saturn aspect with Mercury, it feels more serious, constructive, and I also feel like Saturn is that energy that doesn't want to come and stir shit up, right? It also wants to bring in a solution, maybe a constructive opinion to solve the problems. So perhaps today you guys can sit down, talk through it. Maybe today is the day where you have been wanting to have this serious conversation because of what happened during the week with the other person, right? Today is the very good day to do so. Maybe perhaps you both can finally cool down and able to take a step back, see the bigger picture, and now you're ready to sit down and really seriously communicate with what has happened, what's been happening, so on and so forth. So today, if that's the case, use today to have your needed conversation or serious conversation, but also be mindful that don't just dive into one extreme to the other and think about all those worst case scenarios that might happen during the conversation. Try to stay neutral a little bit, try to be mindful with words, and try to be able to also see the other person's point of view so that you both can come to a conclusion, solution that is helpful or beneficial to each other or to the situation, to the problem, because this energy also feel like that you both just want to find the solution to the problem, or this might be happening within yourself, right? You may be struggling with some thoughts or some problems that you or struggles that you're going through, and just be gentle with yourself. Don't stress out too much. Know that stress will not bring you solution but more problem. So be gentle with your mind, with your communication, and see what comes up for you, and just try to ease into it and don't jump into conclusion or worst case scenario right away. Leave room for discussion and understanding for each other as well. That is what's happening this week. We're mainly having a lot of aspect with Mercury, and you'll find out more in that Leo new moon in Leo video as well as to what we're working with this week. But for now, enjoy yourself, enjoy that Monday, beautiful Venusian energy, and go treat yourself and spoil yourself a little bit. And now let's dive into our reading for this upcoming week. Hi everyone, welcome to the second part of this reading, where I'll be doing a collective tarot reading to see what message, guidance, advice we can get from the cards for this upcoming week, July 25th to 31st. This is a general collective reading. It will not resonate with everybody, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you want a private reading, please feel free to contact me. My information in the description box below. Email and Instagram, feel free to contact me through these two different methods. And let's begin. Okay, let's look at the card. Wow. Usually I have 6, but at the last draw, two cards flew out together, so I believe that's the message the universe wants us to know. So here we go. Out of 7 cards, there's 3 major arcana for the spread. So this is a major week, but of course, because astrologically this week we have a lot is happening in the sky, and unfortunately this coming 2-3 weeks we are building up to some pretty harsh astrological aspect energy to work with. So that is why for something major is happening in your life for sure. This upcoming couple of weeks can be quite pivotal for some people. So let's begin as we are reading for the collective. Okay, let's look at the spread. Usually I like to take 6 cards out, but in the last draw there's 2 cards flying out together, and I believe that's the message the universe wants us to know. So they are all here. So now we can see from the spread, out of 7 cards, we have 3 major arcanas here. So for some people, this week's seems quite pivotal, important. Something major or big might happen in any aspect or in your life in general. So as this is a general reading, I'm picking up a few different messages for us. So let's begin and see if, don't worry if none of them resonates. As I mentioned, this is a general reading. It will not resonate with everybody. If you want a private one, you can contact me below. So the first message I got here is that this week for this group of people, you are going to face some challenges, because I feel like this is in a work environment, or for some this might be, you know, dealing with friends or family, loved ones. And seems like this week really resonating with the BC Mercury aspect I shared in the astrology part. I see an argument here. I see 2 people not really sharing the same point of view, and it is hard to compromise or come together to agree on a certain situation or something that's happening. So I feel like the advice here is to, while it is important to stand up for what you stand up for your point of view, and know that everything on your side is valid, so is the other person. So instead of just standing still and not budging, maybe, of course, you know, if the tension is really high, when you find yourself in that situation, the best is to just take a step back, take a break, take a 5 minutes, or, you know, just come back to it later on. I feel like there's a need to take a pause. There's a need for you or the other person, both of you, to just cool down a little bit, step away from the situation, the argument of whatever you guys are discussing, and just cool down a little bit. Let those emotional flow through you in order for you to process at a more understanding level. I feel like both of you are holding your point quite strongly, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to see if there's any attachment or unhealthy reason that's causing you to head in this argument or confrontation with the other person. Maybe there's a different point of view that you both can agree on. Maybe there's a different approach for you to resolve this matter with the other person. If this is happening to you, for you this week, please remember to be gentle, to take a break if necessary, and to gather and regroup your thoughts again, to try to see it from the other person's point of view, to see if there's any way you guys can compromise, or maybe there is a third approach, not you or them, but maybe there's a third way to deal with this whole situation or matter. So this second message that I'm picking up is a more of an internal message for this group of people. I feel like you have been struggling with certain things within you. Maybe you are on a healing journey, and this week you feel like some past experience, triggers, or whatnot is going to resurface, or maybe something external is going to trigger old wounds or experience memory that's going to resurface for you. And the card is asking you to try your best not to react right away, but to respond, right? There's always a reason that our old triggers happen, or it trigger some old wounds, past memory experience come up for us. It is usually for us to heal a deeper layer, right? To go in a little bit deeper. And yes, this is going to be not the most comfortable scenario. This is a bit hard to face, to respond to deal with, but just know that you're not alone. If there's therapists, healer, or people you're working with, share this with them, talk to them, right? Express yourself, or maybe this is someone close to you. Share this thought with them, right? Or if you choose to process by yourself, give yourself time, give yourself love in order to grow through it. And I see that you are going to come out on the other side loving yourself more, being able to understand yourself more and heal more. So this is really good. But yes, the process is not going to be, you know, a cakewalk. It's easy peasy, sunshine and rainbow. Yes, this is going to be a little bit hard. You will be asked to face your shadows, your demon. And if you're in the process of that, knowing if there's a way out, the answer is yes. Give yourself that love you give others to yourself, right? Seek help when you have to. I feel that some of you this week, you are going to seek help maybe from therapists, psychologists, healers, or whatever modalities you're working with. And maybe even simply by just chatting with the people you trust, and it can help you already relieve some of the tensions and help you navigate. And most importantly is to trust yourself that you have what you need within you to get through it, to heal. So don't be scared. Don't feel alone, because you are not alone. Another message coming up is it might be a mother, daughter, or like a female associated figures that you're dealing with. Perhaps this week there's some conversations going to come up, and this is quite specific, I feel like. So this might only resonate for a small group of you. That I feel like for this group of people that this message is for, is you are going through a process of healing a mother wound, right? Maybe perhaps there is trauma, or maybe you didn't grow up in the environment that supports you. You didn't have a mother figure that you can lean on, and it is okay. It is okay. You have grown so much on your own, and there you also discover other relationships to help you throughout life, to give you the love that you need. And most importantly, you learn to forgive. You learn to forgive the mother figure, or most importantly, you learn to forgive yourself, to love yourself, whether you have the relationship with her or not. You learn to embrace it, right? You come out so much stronger on the other side. There's so much growth in you through your life experience. And the most importantly is you learn to love yourself through it all more and more. And I'm so proud of you. You are learning to have to look at your shadow, and to really dig deeper within this mother wound that you have. And it is not easy. And it doesn't mean, yeah, you're done, that's it, that's the end of it. Perhaps in the future, this wound might come up again. But every time when this trigger comes up, it's lighter, it's softer, because you're healing more and more. Each time you come out stronger with more love and grace for yourself and the other person, you're able to let go, you're able to detach, and you're able to give love to the situation more, and most importantly to yourself. Oh, I'm having goosebumps because it's such a personal message, and I'm honored to be able to bring this message to you if you feel resonate through spirits and through the universe. And I just want you to know that you're always supported and loved. And there's just a lot of healing that's coming through this reading. So I just want to sum it all up with, no matter what kind of healing journey you're on, whether it is a self-healing journey, self-discovery, rediscovery journey, you're trying to heal from specific trauma, hurt, experience, wound that you had. I think this is coming up a lot because Chiron is retrograding, and soon this week Jupiter is going to retrograde as well, and we'll have a lot of planet retrograde. It is really providing a restorative, reflective period for us to really go within and look deeper. And this message is, no matter what kind of journey you're on right now, whether it is to heal some wounds, triggers, trauma, journey that you're on, discovering yourself, just know that you are always loved and supported. You're not alone. Please know that you're not alone. This is a very important message, that if you allow, help is always around, right? Whether it is through people you know or even stranger, right? Some of us need to seek help from a healer, an astrologer, therapist, psychologist. No matter what modalities you want to work with, there are so many help that is around you, that's available to you. Please don't feel you are alone. Communicate. Let yourself heal. Let those who want to help you, let them in to help you. And detach, let go whatever no longer serves you, including existing relationship that you have, that you feel like you need to give in order to, or sacrifice in order to keep them around. These are not healthy attachment, right? It can be friendship, families, dynamic, work, or even love relationships that is preventing you to evolve to the next version of yourself. So just give more love to yourself. And it is very funny, I haven't really experienced this before. Throughout this whole reading, I feel jittery, my legs kind of moving around, and I just feel like there's an energy that is not still. So perhaps some of us, it is going within, seeking that quiet and stillness within. Venus is in Cancer. Love yourself in a most vulnerable way. retreat back to your shell, to tend to your own garden, water your own garden, fill your own cup, and learn to try to detach, right? Maybe have a media detox, maybe have a retreat, go on a retreat, take a few days off just to center yourself back. Try meditation if you never tried before. Something more grounded and still might be able to help you get through this week if you're feeling a unrest or feeling you always need to be, you're feeling a bit anxious or anything. So this is what I got from the tarot reading. Let's see what is the oracle card going to reveal for us. I'm going to take all the cards out and then talk about them one by one. Okay, all the cards are out. Wow, pretty powerful reading we have here. Let's look at them. From the Moonology deck, we have last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. We have first quarter moon in Leo, be humble. And then we have attune to the divine, new moon in Pisces. This is really resonating to some of the message I was talking about in the tarot spread. And also, right, this week, for some of us, we are going to find ourselves in some pretty confrontational, argumentative situation where maybe you and the other person just don't seem to be able to reach an agreement. Maybe sometimes argument, confrontation appear because there's something needs to be resolved, to be healed, and to also reflect on where we need to heal ourselves more. For some, this is going to be internal. It is asking us to be humble, right? To take our ego mind away and just let us feel what comes up, to see what comes up for us, right? And know that we are not alone on this journey, that we have everything we need within us, that we are always constantly co-creating with the universe, and we need to have that trust and seek help if we need to, and know that whatever it is, we don't need to do it all by ourselves. Yes, we have everything within us, but sometimes when you need help, it is okay also to ask for help. There's no shame in that whatsoever. And know that even if you're working with on your own, you're not alone. The divine is always there supporting you, loving you through every steps. Okay, from the spirit animal deck, we have parrot spirit, watch your words. Yes, we have that busy Mercury energy. Better watch our word this week so we don't get into situation, arguments, or fights that we don't want to be involved with. Then we have a very similar energy, pig spirit, use your mind wisely, right? is our thoughts and communication that's going to be quite busy, intense, stressful even, and overwhelming for some this week. So really watch our words, take care of our minds, and be gentle with ourselves but with others as well. And we have dog spirit, be loyal to what you love, right? Standing on your ground, knowing that what you say matters, but also know that what is important to you. Everything boils down to love, right? Come back to love when everything seems overwhelming and hard, and be gentle with yourself and others. And then we have the great serving. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Exactly. And guess what? Right next week, August, I can't remember exactly on top of my head, but next week, I believe it might be August 1st, but I might be wrong. So right after this week, Monday, right? So we already feel this energy. Like I said, the aspect doesn't just happen on the day I mentioned. They peak at that time, but the energy is already around this week, definitely. And that is Mars conjuncting North Node, conjuncting Uranus in Taurus, which is a very explosive energy. And this card already comes up this week for us, letting us know that this is what we're working towards, right? The astrology is building to some really crunchy energies, right? So yes, we are going to see this individually and collectively. You might get frustrated easily. You might be hot-tempered. You might be hot-headed when it comes to talking to people, resolving matters, right? Trying to have a conversation with people. People are going to be easily agitated, frustrated easily, right? So watch yourself. Also be mindful, be gentle, and know that sometimes when triggers, conflicts, whatever services, there's always a message within them, right? Yeah, this is the immediate service level of that situation needs to be dealt with, that problems need to resolve. But look at a deeper layer. It stems from love. It always come back to love. Can you soften yourself a little bit more? Bring love to the situation, and most of all, bring love to yourself, right? The other person, whoever you're dealing with, or for some it is internally, right? Bring love to yourself. Maybe for you this is a healing journey that you are on, and it can be frustrated, and it is not easy. It's not sunshine and rainbow, but can you love yourself through it all, right? So I'm going to share the guidebook message with you here as well. This is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid. It is here to bring to the surface anything that is standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our own way back to love. There are many things in human experience that makes it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wound inflict wounds on the others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. If we're not careful, before long we'll see the world as an angry, scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card service, this could be for two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflict, wounds, and fear that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. When we're hurt, it's normal to close off our hearts to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in the earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourselves. Right. So remember, always, always, always come back to yourself. Wow. Okay, self-care oracle, we have needs. Do you need more time to yourself? A break from thinking too much? A kind encounter with a friend? Your needs matters and it's time to honor them. So see what serves up for you this week. If you find the need to retreat, to attend to your own garden, to fill your cup, do that. Please do that. Attend to your own needs first before you try to be a hero and save everybody else, okay? Alright, so this is the message for us this upcoming week. I hope it helps. Feel free to give me a comment below, share your thoughts, and contact me if you need a personal reading. I'm wishing you all a good week ahead, sending you lots of love. I'll see you here next week. Bye!